What do you think?
It's all right.
Oh, I got the flowers this morning.
I don't like carnations.
But I thought women liked all kinds of flowers.
Yeah, well, we don't. And I don't like what you're thinking either.
What are you talking about?
Well, what were your thoughts when you were doing all this, eh? I bet they weren't as clean and neat as this apartment is. Tidy the place up a bit. Buy her a few flowers. Make a good impression. Then when I've got her all softened up... well, it's not going to be that easy, see?
Look, Chrissie, I don't know what you're on about. All I wanted was a nice little place for you and Elizabeth. Now, if that's wrong, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Look, love, I don't know what's wrong with you. I thought you'd be happy to be out and... maybe you'll feel better tomorrow when you've seen Elizabeth.
Tomorrow? You mean we're gonna...
I mean, I phoned the home earlier and arranged for us both to go out there.
Oh, Mick. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Mick. Thanks. Oh, my God. My baby's not in there. Oh, Mick, please tell me my baby's not in there.
I'm afraid she is, love.
But it's a prison. It's bad enough she was born in one. They don't have to make her grow up in one, do they?
Well, that's how they look after our sort. But Elizabeth will be all right because she's got us.
Now then, my dear, I don't know what your plans are for this afternoon, but whatever they are, you'll have to alter them.
You saying I can't even see Elizabeth?
I've already told you she'll be here directly, but you won't be taking her home.
But why not?
Regulations.
Yeah,
Oh, I know what you're going to say, but please, let me finish. Now, Elizabeth is only a baby, but she does consider this to be her home. Yes, home.
It's a blatant prison. All this barbed wire and fence all over the place. How many breakouts do you get between 2 and 3-year-olds then, eh?
Come on, Chrissie, please.
Don't you, Chrissie, please me. She's got my baby in a concentration camp. I can't even take her out. I mean, I knew I couldn't keep her, but I just wanted to take her out, that's all.
Miss Latham, your child will be given into your custody once we are satisfied that you are ready for it.
When I'm ready for it? I'm the bleeding mother, for crying out loud. I love her. What would you know about a mother's love?
More than you're obviously prepared to give me credit for.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's all right, Chrissie. I may call you that.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know exactly what you're going through. I also know there is no substitute for a mother's love. And I assure you, our prime concern is to see that our children are reunited with their natural mothers as soon as possible.
Elizabeth, come to Mummy. Come on. Oh, there's my girl. There.
I'm sure you can see she's being well cared for here.
Oh, yeah.
Now, don't be upset if she doesn't seem to know you. She spent a good part of her little life away from you, and she may even react against you at first. But don't despair. We're here to help both of you overcome that.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Why don't you and Elizabeth get reacquainted? Go on. She'll get used to you in time.
Oh, is that fun, eh? Yeah. Oh, come on, darling. Call me Mummy. Mummy? No, Mummy. Mummy. Come on, let's look. Oh.
It's time to go, love.
Mrs. Morris speaking. Yes, Chrissie. Is anything wrong?
No, Mrs. Morris.
Have you seen Elizabeth?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we went to see Elizabeth this morning. Oh, yeah, she's really good. It's just that they won't let us take her out of the grounds.
Well, that'd be right.
Well, except that is, if we had someone with us, you know, someone responsible that they could trust. Well, like you, Mrs. Morris.
I see. And when exactly do you want me to be chaperone?
You mean you'll do it?
Depends on when it is.
Well, the next visiting day is Saturday.
Oh, dear. I was going out with Bob, but...
Oh. Oh, well, it doesn't really matter. It's...
Never mind. It'll be okay. You'll understand.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Morris. Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks ever so much.
See you Saturday. Oh, dear. What have I done?
Well, aren't you the clever one, eh? To think of that.
You don't care about me at all, do you?
No.
All that carry-on the other day was all show, wasn't it? You're being nice to me because I came up with an idea that might let you have Elizabeth here for a day.
Yeah, that's right. Elizabeth is all I care about, see? I don't care about you. I don't even care about your bloody dick. Or your bloody island. None of it. Just Elizabeth, see? And if I have to marry you and it means me getting her back, I will.
And if I refuse to marry you, that might upset your scheme a bit.
Yeah, but you won't, will you? Because you want her back just as much as I do. So we're stuck with it, Nick. We got to get married, see? Now you know where you stand, don't you?
Yeah, well, thanks for putting me in the picture.
Don't mention it.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Sure, I want Elizabeth back as much as you do, but I also happen to love you very much. So that gives me 2 good reasons not to give up. So I'll wait, Chrissie, no matter how long it takes. Because one day you're going to wake up from this daydream you're living in, and then who knows? Maybe you'll find out that you love me too.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath, will you?
I was hoping you wouldn't have to know this. Not ever. But about 10 years ago in South Australia, I got in a bit of a blue. It got out of hand and they called the cops. I went a bit mad and I thumped one of them. He must have had a glass jaw or something because I didn't hit him that hard. Anyway, I went up for assault, a few other things. Got myself a term out at Yatla. Bastard of a place. I stuck it out as long as I could. I even came within a couple of months of me parole. But I saw a chance and I took it. I went over the wall.
So you mean you're still wanted in South Australia?
Under a different name, of course. Mark Brendan, but the face is still the same.
You bloody idiot. You stupid bloody idiot. Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means if they catch up to you?
I go back to South Australia in the tank.
You? I couldn't give a bugger about you. What about Elizabeth, eh? What about the normal home we're supposed to be giving to her, eh? Normal home? An ex-convict who's on the run for a father and a mother who's going to be gone for aiding and abetting. She's going to end up right back in that dump, Mick. All because of you. Because of you. Mick, don't you think you should stay indoors? I mean, someone might spot you.
They won't. I told you, it's been a long time. Look, I tried to tell you last night. I'm safe as long as I don't do anything to get noticed.
Yeah, such as having your picture took at a prison wedding.
Exactly. I just have to lead a normal life. I've laid low up till now. And I've worked hard and settled down, so if I do get busted, I've got a lot going for me. We have. It'll be all right.
Morning.
Hello, Mrs. M.
Ready to go?
Yeah, I'll just get my bag.
Oh, it's a nice place you've got here, Mick.
Thanks.
You've gone to a lot of trouble.
Ready?
Looking very tired. You're not working too hard, eh?
I didn't get much sleep last night. Excited about seeing Elizabeth, I suppose.
Well, I think you're both very fortunate to have someone like Mrs. Morris who's prepared to give up her free time to help you.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, he's that delightful little child of yours.
Think she really cares about that child?
Seems that way, doesn't it? Oh, just one thing before you go. Elizabeth must be back by 4 o'clock, and not a moment later. Can't throw our system out, can we?
She'll be back by 4.
Yeah. Come on, darling. I better get you ready to go back. Yeah. There's Teddy. There's Teddy.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm just getting her ready to go back to the home.
Well, you can just take your hands off her. She's my daughter.
Oh, she's my daughter too, you know.
Look, Mick, I'm not going to have a blue in front of her. But you just remember this. I look after Elizabeth. I always have done, and I always will. Just because you're the father, that doesn't mean a thing to me as far as I'm concerned.
Ready to go back?
Oh, won't be long. Chrissie's just changing Elizabeth.
Oh, dear.
Mrs. Morris, I can accept that these two might be a little late getting back due to their involvement with Elizabeth, but I would have thought you could keep an appointment.
Matron, it's only 4:10.
Which is not 4 o'clock, is it? I don't know how you run your office, Mrs. Morris, but we run this home according to a schedule. Now, that schedule has been disrupted, and Elizabeth is late for her bath.
Oh, Elizabeth's already had a bath and a full change, matron.
Well, that was an absolute waste of time on your part, Miss Latham.
Come on, I'll drive you two home. Chrissie?
What did she mean? It was a waste of time.
Pardon?
Me, bathing and changing Elizabeth. Why would that be a waste of time?
She's upset because we're late.
No. No, she's upset because I've screwed up her schedule. She's going to take it out on my baby.
Chrissie, stop it. She was upset because we were late, and that's all.
You sure, Mrs. Morris?
Of course I'm sure.
Well, she won't have to worry. Elizabeth won't be back late next time. She won't be back late next time. Yes, Bunny.
Maybe she'd like to see some real animals.
Eh?
Why don't we take her to the zoo?
No.
Oh, come on, Chrissie, it's a nice day outside.
No, not the zoo.
Well, why?
Because I've seen enough of bars to last a lifetime, that's why.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but we want to be like a normal family, don't we?
How do you mean?
Well, all normal families go to the zoo. Oh, come on, forget about the past.
Oh, right then.
What does the lion say? It says, oh. Where are you going?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Why?
Because I said so, that's why. Can't you see? I don't want her seeing anything locked up in cages.
But she's having the time of her life.
Yeah, well, they're not, are they? Look at them, poor sods all locked up.
Oh, they've got plenty of room to roam about.
They're still not free, though, are they?
Well, you can't let them run loose, can you? Some of them aren't in cages.
Yeah, well, what about that tiger? Pacing up and down like it's going off its head. It's just like being back in the pound.
You're free now. Will you forget that stuff?
It just reminds me, okay? Come on, let's go.
No. She's having a good time. Come on. Let's go. go and see the giraffe. What does a giraffe say? Say quack, quack, quack. It's almost 4 o'clock. We promised.
I'm not taking her back.
For God's sake, Chrissie, if we don't... Well, where are you going?
I don't know. But I'm not taking her back in there. Not to that prison, I'm not. You can help us if you want to, Mick. But if you don't, we'll never see you again. I mean that.
It's just they were supposed to be back by 4 o'clock, and they haven't arrived yet.
Well, perhaps they got held up in the traffic or something. Oh, I wouldn't worry yet.
I've tried to ring their number, but there's no answer.
Well, I'm sure Chrissie wouldn't do anything silly.
I hope you're right, but I'm afraid I can only give them 2 hours' grace. If they haven't returned the child by then, I'll have no option but to notify the police.
Well, thanks for letting me know, matron.
Well, can't you see what you're doing? If we don't get her back now, we'll lose her for good.
No, I've waited long enough. She's staying with me, and that's final.
We're late getting her back as it is. What do you think they're doing at the home? They've probably called the cops already.
Well, don't just stand there. Give us a hand.
No. We'd be on the run again, and how far do you think we'd bloody get?
Don't answer it. Mick, don't answer it.
Hello?
Oh, hello, Mick. Been trying to get onto you for ages. What's going wrong?
Hello, Mrs. Morris.
You tell her you haven't seen me. I've gone out with Elizabeth and you don't know where I am.
Don't be bloody stupid. Oh, Chrissie's gone off her head, Mrs. Morris. She's refusing to take the kid back to the home. She reckons she's going to shoot through and take Elizabeth with her.
Bloody kill you for this. Give me that phone.
Mick, you've got to stop her. The matron's been on to me. She knows something's wrong.
She won't listen to reason, Miss...
Now, look, it's all right for you. It's not your baby, is it? I'm not in Wentworth now, you know. I can look after her myself.
Chrissie, this is not the way to do it. Now, take Elizabeth back, please. I know how you must feel, but think about your parole.
No, I've had enough. They got no bloody right. I'm her mother.
I'm going to hang up now, Mrs. Morris. This is not getting us anywhere.
Mick, the matron said she'd give you 2 hours' grace before ringing the police. Now, that was over an hour ago.
Leave it to me, Mrs. Morris. I'll get her back.
Well, what's the situation? Chrissie, you must realise that if you want to keep Elizabeth for good, you've got to go through the right channels. Oh, believe me, I do understand what you're going through. But if you try to run away with her, you'll never get custody.
I love you and Elizabeth too much to see you go through that. She's got to have the chance to start life properly with us.
Oh, yeah, living in an institution. I mean, what kind of a start has she had already? I just wanted to get her out of there, that's all.
Look, it won't be for long. She's still a baby. She doesn't realise yet. Mr. Muirhead at the department was very impressed with my verbal report, and he's going to do everything in his power to speed up the processing. But we must get Elizabeth back straight away, or all that work will go for nothing.
What do you say, Chrissie?
Mick, it's the cops.
Don't worry, darling. You'll be all right.
Turn around and go back. Let's get out of here.
Oh, come on, take it easy. It's going to be all right.
It won't be all right. They'll take her away from me. I know it. Now stop the car.
Look, we've come this far. We're not backing down now. The main thing is we've brought her back. Now just let me do the talking.
We're not complete ogres, Mrs. Morris. We are constantly aware of the strain that exists, and we try to do our best to ease the tension. But when our efforts are abused...
Well, unintentionally, matron. And the important thing is that Elizabeth is back.
Nevertheless, it's still a breach of trust. If only they'd had the consideration to phone me and let me know they were going to be late. It would have at least saved me the embarrassment of calling the police out for no reason.
Yes, that was most unfortunate, and they are aware of their lack of consideration. But it is very hard for them only seeing their child twice a week, and for such a short time.
Well, I'm afraid, because of their thoughtlessness, that will no longer be the case. From now on, they will go back to the regulation 1 visit a week. I'm sorry, gentlemen, to have brought you out for nothing.
It's all right, matron. Fine. Name doesn't match the face, and I've seen that face before. We've got a bit of checking to do.
You still intend getting married, don't you?
Oh, yeah. We'll do anything if it means we get Elizabeth out of there quicker.
Well, showing that you've got a nice place to live in and a suitable home for Elizabeth will help a great deal.
Don't worry, Mrs. Morris. We'll do everything we can to show we're perfectly respectable citizens.
And no more thoughts about running away?
No, I'll behave myself.
Well, in that case, things should move pretty quickly. Well, I must be off. And just remember, as long as you go through the right channels, you've got a lot going for you. I'll be in touch.
Thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Bye.
Chrissie, when Mrs. Morris asked if we were going to get married, you said you'd do anything to get Elizabeth back quicker. Is that the only reason you're going to marry me? I mean, I don't mind. I just wanted to know.
Oh, Mick. I've been real hard on you, haven't I? You've been so good to Elizabeth and me. And I know I've been a real bitch, and I'm sorry. But it won't be the only reason I'm marrying you, honest.
Oh, don't tell me it's a public holiday.
Well, what time is it then?
It should be open by now.
You're jumping the gun a bit. We don't open till 9.
It's 2 minutes past.
Well, what can I do for you?
We want to get married.
I'm afraid it's not as simple as that.
Why not?
First of all, you have to fill in the notice of intended marriage form. Then, after that's been submitted, you have to wait 1 month and 1 day before you can actually be married.
1 month and 1 day? That's bloody ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but that's the law, madam.
Well, we can't wait that long.
She didn't mean it that way. Get the form. Let's fill it out.
Were you both born in Australia?
No, I was born in England.
Well, we'll need both your birth certificates, or in your case, madam, your passport.
Godfather, all this carry on just to get married.
And it'll cost you $20 for the ceremony, or $25 if it's a weekend.
Yeah, they get you every way, don't they?
That's what you have to do if you want to get married. It's not up to us, I'm afraid. It's...
Yeah, I know. It's the law.
How about you, then? Purple curtains and orange walls, honest.
What's wrong with that? Kids need a lot of colour.
Oh, yeah, colour, but not ones that are going to make them sick.
Yeah, wait till you see what I got it picked out for our room.
Yeah,
Red
what?
and black.
Oh, sounds just like a place I used to work in. Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Morris. Yeah, we've just been out and bought stuff for the flat. Who? Tony Morton? Yeah, I suppose so. What? Oh, I see. Oh, no, not you, Mrs. Morris. No, it's Mickey's mucking about. Yeah? Oh, that'll be great. OK, then. I'll see you later. Ta-da. She's bringing some geezer around from the legal aid. He's going to help us get Elizabeth back through the courts.
You know, she's pretty good, isn't she? She doesn't muck about.
No, well, that's what it's all about, isn't it? I mean, I can see that now. You two were both right. The only way we're going to get Elizabeth back is through them courts, isn't it?
That's right, Chrissie. We'll fight and we'll win. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, yeah. We're going to win all right, Mick. Well, come on then. We've got loads of things to do. How about we start on Elizabeth's room, eh? After you, then.
Always have been.
Oh, you cheeky thing. Get on. Oh!
It's basically a matter of showing yourselves to be capable parents, providing a decent place for your daughter to live, providing security, and showing yourselves to have the mental stability to handle the job.
Oh, there'll be no worries there, then.
Yeah, what about us both having criminal records?
Well, I'm not going to pretend that isn't going to make a difference, but as long as you can show yourselves to be completely reformed and willing to lead a lawful life, then I'll say you'll be all right.
And, well, what if the application should fail for some reason?
Well, then you can apply to the Supreme Court to have your daughter made a ward of the court.
What good's that going to do?
Well, it's not very easy, and the laws pertaining to children are hopelessly out of date. But the idea is to show that neither the court nor the state are better parents than you are.
That won't be very hard to do then.
Yes. Well, look, hopefully it won't reach that far, but I'd like to initiate proceedings with the Department of Community Welfare, and then I can appear at the meeting with you.
Oh, that'd be marvellous. How soon?
Well, I'll check in my diary for the earliest possible date, and then we can work out a case to present to the department.
Give it to me. Hang on.
How bad? I've got it the wrong way round.
Well, turn it. Oh, God. It's sticky. No, you give us a kiss first. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at the mess. You answer because I'm in a mess.
Michael Patrick O'Brien, also known as Mark Brendan. Placing you under arrest. Having escaped from Yatala Jail, South Australia on the 10th of December 1971, where you were serving a 6-year sentence for assaulting police. You have a right to remain silent or you can make a statement. Anything to say?
No!
All right, young man. Chrissie!
Chrissie! Get away from me! No, please don't say you don't. No!
There's no question in the court's mind that you are Mark Christopher Brendan, and therefore you'll be extradited to Adelaide immediately to stand trial. I can only trust the South Australian court will deny any plea of leniency.
Nick!
Leave him alone. No contact.
Your hands off her! Fine!
Three and a half years. He only had 2 months to go when he broke out.
They've added on the 2 years he would have been on parole. And another year and 4 months for escaping. Chrissie, you've still got Elizabeth to think about.
Keep me hopes up, you mean? Just to give them the satisfaction of saying I can't have her? Oh, the bastards. I'll show them. Excuse me, are you the manager?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Well, I've come about that job that was advertised in the paper this morning.
Fine. Have a seat.
Thanks.
I hope you've had some experience waitressing. Quite frankly, I'm not interested in breaking in anyone who isn't used to the job.
Well, yes, I have. I've worked in quite a few places, actually.
Oh, that's all right then. Where did you work?
I worked at the Bell and Anchor. I was there for about a year. Then I went to the Black Swan. And then I did about 6 months at McCourty's seafood restaurant.
I've been around here for quite a while. I've never heard of these.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say they're in New Zealand, see?
You have references, of course.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, that is, I did have, but I'm afraid they've all got lost in my moving. I've lost quite a lot of stuff, actually.
What are you wasting my time for? I've heard all this before. You think I won't chicken you because it means long-distance phone calls. Well, you're right. I wouldn't even waste my time.
Look, I'm sorry, but I really need a
Oh,
job.
I know. You want the job. So does everybody else. Look, I just haven't got time to be breaking in an inexperienced girl.
But I have had experience in restaurants, honestly.
Oh,
I have.
yeah, sure. Look, things are going to get pretty busy around here shortly. Look, I've got things to do.
Thanks for nothing. Excuse me.
Yes.
My name's Chrissie Latham, and I know I can't take my little girl out today, but I was wondering if I could just see her for a little while.
Oh, I think that should be possible. She's a very popular little lady today. She has another visitor with her right now. Come with me.
Chrissie. Well, I saw the article in the paper about your boyfriend, so I contacted Mrs. Morris.
Oh, that's bloody brilliant, that
Hey,
is.
look, don't blame her. I mean, she wouldn't tell me where you or the baby were. I had to ring up every home in the phone book till I found the right one. Now I found you as well.
And now you can just lose us again, can't you?
Look, I know how you feel, but I want to help, right? I mean, there are things that I can do which will make it all easier for you.
Yeah, leave.
Mrs. Morris reckons I can help you get custody of Elizabeth. Look, I'm married, right? Well, you can move in with us. My wife agrees to it. There's plenty of room. You haven't got a better chance of getting custody of Elizabeth other than this.
Yeah. But why now, Derek? I mean, you haven't given a damn about me for years, have you?
Look, I was too scared to stand up for you, all right? I mean, incest is a pretty big charge. I was scared of what Dad'd do to me if I testified.
Feeling guilty, are you? Is that why you've
Yeah,
come?
that's right. I mean, that's part of it. But look, I also think this is the right thing to do. And Brenda, my wife, agrees. Look, we'll be more than willing to have you stay with us.
Yeah, well, I'll just have to think about it, won't I?
Yeah, of course you will. You know, Dad's... Well, he's paying for his mistakes, you know.
Dad?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's dying, isn't he? All the years on the booze have finally caught up with him. He's so difficult to live with, I tell you. I don't know how Brenda puts up with him.
You mean you've got him there living with you? And you want me under the same roof?
Yeah, all right. I mean, look, things are different. He's old and sick now. I mean, it's all changed.
He's a bloody animal. I don't want nothing to do with him.
Hey, look, just steady
and you can
on,
just clear
Chrissie.
off too, because I want nothing to do with you either.
Hey, look, hang on, Chris.
Yeah, what's your problem then?
I'm sure you can work it out.
Oh, you think so, do you?
Come on, love, don't be unfriendly.
Look, I'm sorry, mate. I think you've got the wrong girl.
I don't think so.
Look, why don't you just leave me alone, all right?
Wouldn't it be nicer if we were alone, together?
You get your filthy hands off me.
Come on, pal, leave the girl alone. Sorry. What'll it be, love?
Brandy and Coke, thanks. It's a nice place you got here.
Yeah, it's all right, I guess.
I don't suppose you got any jobs going, have you? I've worked in a pub before. I'm a pretty good barmaid.
No, I'm sorry, love. Nothing at the moment.
Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been looking around all day, I have. There's just nothing around.
Yeah, that's rough. I'm sorry. It's $1.10. Thanks, love. You wouldn't be trying to get rid of me, would you?
No, of course not. Working girl's got to keep her hours, hasn't she? Besides, you've tired me out.
I've never had any complaints. Listen, if you're interested, I've got a mate. Pays very well for services rendered.
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'll send him around later, okay?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, don't expect anything great. Can't be lucky all the time. See ya.
Lucky.